So we're just back from about 100 kilometers of two-wheeled therapy. It is high noon. You know what time that is. All right. I do have to get some lunch into me before I get into editing, but yeah, underneath the bike there, you can see coming down, you can see a bit of a skid plate and obviously the aftermarket exhaust. Take a bit of a closer look. Yeah, it's a Evotech skid plate. Not quite the GV I want. That's going to protect the headers and a little more of the engine, but it definitely works, my friends. It was a great time, I'll tell you that much. But we did suffer a little bit of a loss today. Have the action cam on this side, and if we just sort of look around to the front of the action cam, you can notice that the guts are gone. Hey, where's the battery? Where's the cover? Well, they're fucking gone. But this is still there, so we're going to have some great footage from that. But a bit of a drag. Thanks to my brother from another mother who gifted me this great little sports cam. It provided some great shots, but now I'm sport camless. Anyways, let's go inside, shall we? Full moon, my friends. Good morning from the Chilcotin. Welcome to September, right? All right. Anyways, we are going to enjoy this time lapse of the month together. Set you up over here at the edge of the lake, so do enjoy it. Bless up for the gift of each day. Thanks for joining me in today's video. All right. Such a gorgeous day, my friends. Wow. Epic sunrise this morning. Got a raft of chores done. I've got a few more, but yeah, I do think some two-wheel therapy is in order, and that's how come you're here with me today to share this little bit of an experience, so to speak. So there you have the stock exhaust from DucDucGo. It's probably about 20 pounds. There is the license plate holder and little hugger and license plate thing from the swing arm. Take care of that. And got my gear already set up. Protective boots, leather, asphalt eats flesh, so in case. Padded armored pants, my lid. Yeah, so I've got a few more chores to do, and then we're going to gear up because I'm an at-gat kind of guy, all the gear all the time. I've been that way since I was a kid. There's DucDucGo. What a handsome bastard he is. But here's my old dirt bike helmet. There's my old mountain bike helmet, and there was my one of my old motorcycle helmets. All right. Again, this gorgeous day lends itself to a little two-wheel therapy, and again, he's got a little bit of bug action on him. We've been out killing bugs, but it has been cool. We do have a warming trend coming over the next couple weeks. New exhaust on them. That's a Dan Moto exhaust. That is a Extreme GP. I have another one. It's called a GP1, I think it is. That one needs a map. This is a slip-on though. That just brings up that personality. We are going to go inside and talk about him later after we go for a rip and everything. But I want you to hear him for one thing. And look how nice and clean that ass end is, right? Doesn't have that stupid thing on it anymore. Got a GoPro sitting there. And that is one of the very, 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 very cool things about this bike. I'll just take this off for a second. There is a USB port for power underneath the seat. And underneath the toolkit and insurance, is Ducati. I got 2 years of roadside assistance. All right. So it is gorgeous out today. We're going to do a little bit of a burn, talk about how DucDucGo came to be. But until then, take care, and I'll see you shortly. And we're back. I guess I'm a bit of a dirty bastard for ripping you off for that bit of tailpipe action, eh? Yes, his stock exhaust was rather cool, the Tremogi, but it was sort of, the description was fruity sounding, and I get that. It was sort of muffled by a huge cat, as you saw, that sat in front of the back tire behind the engine in that space there. And as you can see now, it is just a much nicer looking space in there. But we'll just put this down here. And to my friends that are wearing headphones, I apologize, but you're going to want to fucking turn them down. Thanks for joining me today. It is, like I said, it's the 2nd of September. Sun is back. The heat's back on for a couple of weeks. It's been really, really crazy blustery up here the last few weeks, though, as well as most of August was a little unseasonal, so to speak. So, crispy mornings. It's all good in the hood. And since I am done riding for today, I can enjoy a doobie. 2 things I don't do. I don't ride when I'm high, and I don't fly when I'm high. So, as it was, many of you guys don't know this little tidbit about me, but Obviously, you know that I've had many motorcycles over the course of my life. Again, DucDucGo is my 18th bike. But I am also a bit of a car geek. Um, I'm not the most mechanically inclined individual per se. I've got basic mechanical skills, but I have a real appreciation for cars. I love trucks. I love trucks. But there's something about cars. I love fucking cars. And I don't just like normal cars. I like cars that are stupid. I like cars that are multiple hundred thousands of dollars, if not multiple millions. I know, it's the fucking stupidest thing. But the appreciation into the design language, the technology, the engineering, the subtle nuances on how this automobile may or may not perform on the street, on the track. Yeah, I am a car geek, and that actually lends itself into how the fuck I ended up with my duck. Got a feeling I'm going to talk this motherfucker out. So, anyways, I have, a myriad of different subscriptions to photography, drone, alternative media, and I like to follow a whole bunch of different YouTubers that are into fucking cars. So one day, I was watching The Smoke and Tire, and Matt Farah is the guy on that YouTube video. He usually reviews cars, nice cars. Today, or that day, back in August, he was reviewing 2020 Ducati Scrambler Desert Sled. Now, I knew what Ducatis were. I knew what they were for many years. When I looked at buying a bike back in '09, it was between a Buell and a Ducati. I was looking at a Monster, and I was looking at Bam Bam, my little XB SX9. I think I made the right choice in that regards. Ducatis to me are almost like the Ferrari of the motorcycle world. I know there's a couple other exotic Italian brands as well, but Ducati's been at the pinnacle for me as being, at the forefront of exotic, overpriced Italian motorcycles. So I never thought I'd have one, and then one day, middle of middle of August, I'm watching The Smoking Tire, and Farah's reviewing the Ducati Desert Sled, as I mentioned. I literally saw that bike and thought, oh my fuck. I knew about the Scrambler line, but I did not know about the Desert Sled. And I thought, holy fuck, is that ever a good looking enduro bike? So I started looking around to see if I could find one in BC. And I found a couple, but they were expensive. They were either 2019 or 2020, and yeah. And then I happened upon a dealership down in Richmond by the name of Ducati Richmond. And I saw that. That is a 2017 Ducati Scrambler. That is the Icon. And I thought, my goodness, that is a good looking bike. And they had a couple of other ones as well. I had this funky looking one here. This is sort of like a customized one. Here's a 2019 version. I like that tangerine orange, but I don't like that price. And here's a 2020 Cafe Racer, and this is some sexiness. Yeah, 15 or 14 grand before you start financing and putting in taxes and whatnot. So yeah, it was like fucking 20 grand for that. As much as I like that style, and I love those fucking wire wheels. Man, I love those wire wheels. But I came across something else after seeing that Icon, and it's not on the Ducati site anymore because it's outside, but it kind of looked like that. And that is the old Ducati Scrambler Flat Track Pro. So they made that bike for 1 year, 2016. There was a urban enduro type of bike, which was replaced by the Desert Sled. They've offered something called a full throttle, which looks like a flat track racer. It's just got a little bit different styling cues to it. But they are all relatively the same, with the same engine, same configuration. The only one that's different, actually, is the new 2019 and up Desert Sled. They've got a different swing arm, fully adjustable front end, higher seat height, as well as dedicated modes for riding off-road. Now you can see why I wanted one of those, eh? But yeah, I saw that Flat Track Pro, and knowing how versatile scramblers were, I thought, fuck me. So when my better half came home, I showed her the video of the desert sled. I showed her that bike, and I said, honey, that's like X amount of dollars a week. I wonder, could we do that? She goes, well, you should apply for it. So I did. And they fucking turned me down because my credit sucks. My better half, being as awesome as she is, she goes, well, let them know that I'll co-sign for you. So Ellen Fisher down at Ducati Richmond, thank you, my dear. You are a sweetheart. She spent a week or so doing a whole bunch of different stuff. Paperwork came up here, looked at what the payment was going to be. Wow, that's actually kind of cheap. A brand new, in the crate, 2016 Ducati Scrambler Flat Track Pro. That was less than $9,000 before financing. And those folks were awesome because for a small fee, and I do mean a small fee, for a large peace of mind, I got an additional 2-year warranty from the day I picked it up until 2022. So I'm making a monthly payment now of $277 and change, and all I had to do was, thankfully, my better half co-signed for me, and I'm making a sacrifice of not eating as much cheesecake, and I'm cutting out my beer intake, and those two things, and a couple extra bucks on the side, actually make that monthly payment. So that is how I was blessed to come into possession of a 4-year-old brand new motorcycle that when I brought it home, it had 4 kilometers on it. And when I drove it up the Punty Mountain and did that video to introduce it and just say thanks to Richmond Ducati, it had 20 kilometers on it. Now we're a little bit past 20 kilometers, but we're still well below that 1,000 kilometer break-in, so we are taking it easy. We are being mindful. I'm going to segue into how the 2016 Flat Track Pro came into be, and I'll see you in a minute. So I do have a Cycle World webpage open in front of me so that I can share this information in a correct way. So the 2016 Ducati Scrambler Flat Track Pro is based upon the Scrambler Full Throttle, as I mentioned previously, and I'll throw an image in here so you can see the similarities between these models.
Woo! All right. Well, I've been down so long that my mind can't get no rest. No, no. I've been down so long that my mind can't get no rest. No, no. This ain't easy, darling, 'cause the devil's on my trail.
So Ducati got its first real taste of flat track racing last year when Troy Bayliss and Johnny Lewis joined the AMA Pro Flat Track Championships aboard a Scrambler branded Lloyd Brothers Motorsport built tracker. And apparently the boys in Bologna liked the taste too, with the Italian manufacturing going on to design the Scrambler Flat Track Pro that was just unveiled at the 2015 EICMA show. Thankfully, the Flat Track Pro is much less frightening iteration of the bike Bayliss and Lewis raced, which was built around an air-cooled, hypermotard-based 1100 L-twin and looked like an absolute handful when thrown sideways. For comparison, the new Scrambler Flat Track Pro uses the standard 803 Scrambler engine. Remember, that was the engine that was originally used in the Monster 796, and is claimed to produce a modest 75 horsepower and 50 foot-pound of torque. I'll insert an image of the beast that they rode in the championship in 2015, in which the 2016 standalone year was based upon. As I'd mentioned, it was based on the Full Throttle, and you can see the design language similarities between the two bikes, but the Flat Track Pro features a low-tapered handlebar, a rider-only seat, side-mounted number plates, a small nose fairing, And similar to the full throttle, the Flat Track Pro will come with a Terminology slip-on exhaust and roll-on alloy wheels. But as I'd mentioned, I think it looks much tighter with some wire wheels. But that is a $2,000 investment that I am not about to make. In the transformation from full throttle to Flat Track Pro, Ducati has dipped into its own accessories catalog, going on to add machine footrest, machined rear view mirrors, a machined sprocket cover, and a front brake reservoir as well. Thanks for sticking around, brothers and sisters. If you're so inclined, I'm going to throw in several minutes of my two-wheel therapy from today and just give thanks for the gift of the day and all those that I get to share it with. Remember, you take care of yourselves as we take care of one another. Bless up from the farm, and I'll see you next time. Peace.